This is the first time I ever told anyone in an interview, but that hat that I first dropped, the NY Bomber, it was supposed to go to a store right here in LES. And I was telling the owner, I'm like, yo, this is the new wave, high-end fashion is in, let's fuse it with streetwear. Threw me on the back burner, you know what I'm saying? Had me waiting for about 4 months. He was like, it's just whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. I took it to another spot uptown, another store that I used to fuck with. I'm like, yo, let's do this. Same thing. It's like, I don't think that's going to work. You know, a lot of people are like, I don't want to put money into that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it on my own. Did the samples like I said. Then I got the calls back, yo, let's mass produce this. You know, I want to throw my logo on there. Curve all that shit. Because it's like, yo, if you're not working with me and then you want to work with me after success, there's no point in even hollering at me. It's like you don't want no new friends. You even want to quote Drake. You don't want no new friends. I was down 40-ounce van from the Bronx, New York. You know, currently reside in Westchester. I live in New Rochelle now. You know, but uptown's the stomping grounds. That's where I grew up at. That's what bred me. You know, I'm born and raised New Yorker. And other than the snapbacks, I got the tumbler out. You know, everybody know me for the tumbler as well. That was my first, I guess you could say, milestone when I hit that 1 million views on there. And then came the hats next. But before that, I was doing the 40-ounce bounce. You might know me from that too. The 40-ounce bounce started in 2009. It was actually my girlfriend's idea. She like throw a barbecue. We invited like 40 people that came out. Gave everybody complimentary 40 ounces. And then from there, it's like, I want to do it again. And we do it again. Then we do it again. And it got to the point where it's like 5,000 kids came out. And it actually turned into like a real event versus just a barbecue for the homies.
Never stripped you out of pocket?
I came out of pocket. I'm a partner of Maxwell, Hoffa. Like, we all pitched in. It was like the way I like to move is like to move in groups. You know, it's a lot easier to work like that. I'm not antisocial. And it's like I find things to be a lot better when you got a team with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually revamping it. Like, I'm bringing it back. I'm trying to do the 40-ounce bounce for this summer, 2013. But I'm trying to do it the right way. You know, I'm trying to go legit with it. Get the sponsors, you know, get the permits and everything, so I won't get shut down and have anyone disappointed. From the Bronx, my whole life. You know, born and raised in New York. You know, like my homegirl Tanil, she got a quote in one of her songs. It's like, you flew here, we grew here. So it's like born and raised.
What high school did you go to?
New York High School. I went to college. I did a semester. You know, it wasn't for me. You know, it's like I found that out the hard way. I invested some money in that, but you know, everything rotates back around.
What was your degree? Like,
business. I was running for business. My parents, I came from a middle-class family. You know, my mother was a housewife. My father's a carpenter. So it's like all that fashion stuff I learned in the streets. You know, being downtown and absorbing things from downtown, bringing it uptown. It's like you got to play both sides. You can't just be strictly downtown or strictly uptown because then you get lost in the mix. I mean, I've always been fly. Never get it twisted. I've always been fly. Fashion came with just like with the culture. You know, we adapt with the times. You know, we went from wearing Iceberg to Alexander Wang. So you just got to adapt. Banana Republic. Hated that shit. I used to work stock there. I was a stock manager for a little bit. And it was whack because, you know, the hours suck. You know, nobody really likes working retail. And then it's like, I got to deal with women all day too. So it's just like clothes, women, Soho, overnight shifts. Like, shit is just motivation to never do that again.
Was that your first job?
Nah, my first job was at 13. I was a waiter at this country club. You know, I started off as a busboy, then turned into a waiter. So I've always been grinding. Nah, the reason I went to Banana Republic, it was actually like an alley-oop from a homegirl. I was looking for a job at the time. She's like, yo, work stock here, it's low-key. Be downstairs, you don't really got to mingle with everybody. But then it got to the point where it's like, you got to run stuff upstairs. You know, the sizes is funny. It's like, it became a headache. So like, I quit that and started doing my own thing. When I had to quit, the main reason I quit was those overnight shifts. You know, I didn't really like being from work from 11 p.m. to like 6 a.m. If I'm getting like $13 an hour, that shit whack. You know what I'm saying? So when I left there, I was kind of lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. So then I was just mixing around, hitting like every scene, just showing face, mingling with everybody, connecting these dots. And it got to the point where it's like I got all these resources in front of me. You know, all the homies is actually doing something. So it was my turn to plug myself in and see what I could do for them versus what they could do for me. It's about to be a year that I've been doing hats. Actually in May is my 1 year anniversary. But before that I was doing t-shirts. You know, when Prodigy first came home, I did the Hennessy t-shirt with him. And my first collaboration with Deadline. So it's like, I've always wanted to wear my own shit. And then it's like I got I could pump it out in the streets, hand out pieces for free, and see if the streets fuck with it. I mean, that's what I do with the hats. It's like did a little test run, see if everybody liked it or not. And once I seen that, I mean, once the streets fuck with you, you straight from there. Like you could make something with it. The first time I noticed that the hats were catching on is when, let's see, Victor Cruz hit me. Victor Cruz is like, yo, I need that shit. So I'm like, all right, bet. I gave it to him, and it just blew up after that. Then came to Kendrick, and came like everybody else. You know, the list goes on. But it's just like, I hit the homies first. They rep for the homie.
So it's more like a local thing at first.
Yeah, I mean, I started off with, I did 10 samples. I had 10 samples. 3 was to like the homies. The other ones I just sourced out. And then from there, it's just like, all right, I got to run with it or just fall back. You know, there's only 2 choices. And I didn't want to be the lazy one and just be like, damn, I could have done that, I could have done this. I just took a gamble, invested some bread, started manufacturing more pieces, and then I was like, yo, it's just a business at the end of the day. Just got to run with it. It's not easy being 40 ounce, man, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've done a lot in the last year, but there's a lot of behind the scenes shit where it's like hats aren't made on time. You know, I got to bark on employees. You know, I lost a lot of friends over bread too, because you know everybody thinks they're entitled to things just because you're coming up. So it's like there's a lot of headaches, but at the end of the day, I look at it. I try to look towards the future and be like, yo, if I knock all this shit out now, I'm 26 years old. By the time I'm like 30, 31, 32, I'm trying to retire, invest all this money, and just keep investing. Yo, starting a business is not easy, especially not going to school for it. You know, I did that 1 semester, and then I ran with what I absorbed from there, and I think everything that I've been learning in the past year has been through experience. You know, if it's not experience, I'm picking up books and Barnes and Nobles and trying to figure out what these other entrepreneurs are doing and what these Fortune 500 companies are just running with. Just try to master that and then bringing in like the street culture and the shit that I learned off the street and just fusing it all together. Marketing, that's the best thing I learned from that full year I did over there. It's like, it's marketing tactics. And then I just figured out like everything's like a chess game, man. You got to move the pieces the right way. And then, I mean, you might take the L 1 or 2 times, but then you got the other pieces that you can fuck with and then take over, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a winning streak, you're always going to have that downtime, but don't ever get discouraged and think you're not going to hop back on top, you know what I'm saying?
You have, like schools and
it's... Start from the bottom. I mean, that shit makes sense. But, you know, I really don't like to use the word success, man, because it's like I want to hit 50 M's, and then I'd be like, damn, I'm successful. I'm still grinding, you know? I don't like to say that I came up, because that's when you start getting lazy and all that. But I'm still on the come up, still hungry. But I mean, I got all this knowledge. I be tweeting that shit all day, you know. People see it. People think it's not serious. Some people really take it to heart and just run with what I tweet. But I think like you could learn a lot from not. I mean, you could pay the tuition. I'm not discouraging people not going to college, but you could learn a lot from other people's mistakes and other people that are doing what you want to do. Like if you want to be a business person or you want to be a business owner, it's a lot easier to figure out how to do with taxes. You know, there's loopholes for taxes. They don't teach you that shit in school. You know, if you want to go get an attorney, you're not just going to go on the yellow pages find an attorney. It's like everything is just knowing someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone. I'm not really a big fan of college. You know, I mean, my sister's going to Columbia. She's going to be a fucking corporate lawyer. So, I mean, if you're going to do shit like that, you got to go to college. But if you're going to start you can cop an LLC for like $700, $500. You know, brand your name. Go to the garment district. I mean, there's a lot of ways to start a business in fashion. But if you're really trying to take it to the next level and be a lawyer or a doctor, then I suggest you go to school. People fuck with 40-ounce vans because I'm so accessible in New York. You know, it's like I'm not the guy behind the computer that's dropping these gems, and I'm not in the street shaking hands. You know, I'm always in the street shaking hands. You always see me Monday through Sunday out here, whether it be uptown, downtown. I mean, around your town. I'm everywhere. So it's like, if you could talk to someone, if you could shake their hand, if you could have a decent conversation with them, the street's gonna fuck with you. Balancing it with high-end fashion. I mean, since I started doing the first Balmain-inspired snapback was based off Balmain Paris. You know, I mean, like I said before, we went from iceberg to shit we wearing now. Like, I got $1,500 sneakers on, but that shit don't mean I'm not from the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, balancing what's in and what's not in is the key to success. And just keeping an eye out on what next season is, season after that. It's like, you just got to pay attention to your surroundings. I mean, that's basic science for just living. I see the internet as just like big cash cow, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to know how to milk it because there's money sitting there. Like I said, if you got like 50,000 followers and just on there tweeting jokes or just doing a whole bunch of nothing, and it's like, why even use that as a method of communicating with people? You know, when you got the internet, you can put anything out. You can put anything you want out, from Instagram to Cinemagram to anything. Anything is possible over the internet. Yeah, I mean, the Tumblr started off as, it was just for fun. I mean, all the shit I've done has just been for fun. The barbecues to the hats to the Tumblr. But then it's like, the way I see things is that if I see the opportunity, I'm gonna run with it. So I started off the Tumblr, had the contribution link on there, just told all the homies about it, and then just went everywhere. From fucking fashion houses to Def Jam to Atlantic. I mean, it spread around. So, you know, once the big homies give that green light, it trickles down to everybody else. So then now I use it as my marketing tactic. You go on there to see a certain thing, then you'll see a hat, or you see another product. It's like it's a subliminal marketing tactic. I mean, I started off with like 15 pictures. So then I put the contribution link on top. You wanna wait for that shit to pass or not? Oh, fuck that. So I started off with about 15 pictures, and then from there, I didn't get discouraged. I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do next? So I just started doing, I still did my thing, get the girls send pictures in. Contribution link started bubbling. And then I passed that shit on out to everyone internationally. You know, I'm like, yo, tell the homies. So I had the flag counter on there, and then I started seeing more flags come on there, more flags on there. To now I'm about to hit like, I think 11 million views on that. Yeah, and it's free. That's why I say, yo, use the internet to your advantage, because it's free. If you don't have to pay a monthly subscription, then you shouldn't be tripping about not making money. At the end of the day, everyone's not gonna like what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have that percentage of people that's gonna be like, nah, I don't fuck with him. I think it's whack. I think it's corny. It's like, the way I see it is, I don't care if about 200-300 people don't fuck with me. If I got like 70,000 people that do fuck with me, it's like, it's whatever. Let the rest fizzle out. No, I mean, I got my own opinions as well, so I respect other people's opinions too. You don't really have to like the hat. I mean, I don't like other people's clothes as well, so it's like, we got that mutual respect. See, what motivates me to continue doing what I'm doing is seeing that snowball effect. You know, it's like, I started off as that little snowball, and I'm rolling down that hill, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so I want to see how big I can get. So like, I want to roll that hill till I get a motherfucking glacier, you know what I'm saying? To block something. So it's like, I want to just see how far I can go. It's a blessing to have rappers fuck with my hat. It's like, I mean, I grew up on rap, I grew up on hip hop, you know, from the Core Megas to the AZs, to like the Capone Noriegas, to the Big L's. I mean, that's what I grew up on. To seeing the Future fuck with me is just ill. You know, for Kendrick to throw that hat on and rep it through like 50 shows, it's just love. You know, I didn't even meet the nigga. He heard about me through the homie in LA, like the hat, because, you know, he rep LA like I rep NY. And when he came to New York, we finally connected. It was just like, nigga was his family. You know, Dave, all of them is his family. The Funk Flex mixtape was just one of the biggest accomplishments that I've ever done, because I always wanted to be on the mixtape, but I don't rap. So I had to figure out how I was going to get on there. And then Flex hit me on Twitter. He's like, yo, man, I need you for this. And then I followed through. You know, the homie Juanito was coaching me. Laura Styles as well. It's like, it's not easy getting behind that mic and talking on that shit. So I was over there recording for like an hour and a half, trying to get a minute drop right. But now, peace to Juanito and Laura Styles, they helped me out a lot with just getting them vocals across, because, you know, the shit is so monotone that you want to get on the Flex tape, you got to be barking and saying all this other shit, dropping bombs. But peace to Flex for allowing me to be on there. You know, that's an honor. Alexander Wang, someone sent me a picture of him wearing one of my hats. So it's like, to see him wearing that, he's a well-known, established New York fashion designer. You know, he went to Parsons, got his shit out of there, and then he opened a storefront right there on Mercer. Well, Mercer and Grand. But it's like, to see him in my hat, it's just like, that was amazing. I have a business partner, Jaleel Peraza. I mean, me and him break. He's 19 years old, but the kid's a genius. We break like $60,000 every month, back and forth, you know. And I have 3 interns, you know, they grind hard, you know. And it's like, I appreciate them, because without them, I wouldn't be doing this shit. You know, like I said, you need a team. With anything you do, you need a team at the end of the day. Whether you want to be selfish or greedy, you have to have someone to work with, someone you can relay a message to, someone that can do something you can't do. You know, you need that publicist, someone in that field. You need people to manage the emails. You need the marketing team. You need everything. It's a combination. To make anything out of life, or take something from nothing to something, you need that team at the end of the day. And I suggest not working with friends. You know, it's a lot easier working with people that like to work. You know, because there's no emotions behind it. There's no headaches. You know, everybody's there for the same purpose, to make some money. And at the end of the day, continuing with the business and making what it is, or even bigger. I mean, I'm pumping out a lot of crack now as far as collaborations. I don't want to take the cat out the bag, but you know, keep an eye out for a few more rappers. You know, a few overseas collabs. You know, you might catch me in London or Paris. We might do Australia as well. But I'm just I'm out here grinding with these hats because you know it went from fun to a business. You know, this is gonna feed the kids one day. You know, as long as I invest the money wisely. And it's like that's my life right now. Hats.
And your Tumblr page.
Might have to get that on the camera.
Was that something you put on
We might have to put that all on the Tumblr.